Baba's Murli of October 24, 2010. The title is According to the Speed of Time. Now put intensity into what two things?
Do your effort.
Intensity into effort, but effort for what?
Your old sanskars.
One is sanskars and
Nature.
nature's the other. Put intensity into the transformation of your nature and sanskars. Use your mind to give rays of different kinds to souls. Rays of different kinds means vibrations, frequency, energy of virtues, powers to souls. Today, Bapdad is pleased to see you children everywhere who are seated on God's heart throne, the throne of the forehead, and the future throne of the world. You know, three thrones: God's heart throne, the throne of your immortal throne, the throne of the forehead, and three, the future throne, golden age throne of the world. God's heart throne is just for you Brahmins, not for others. That's why you do all this effort, renunciation, transformation, because you get the reward of the kingdom. Everyone has a throne of the forehead, but only Brahmin souls have the fortune of God's heart throne. So everyone sits in the forehead. Then not everybody has Baba's heart throne, and not everybody comes to golden age. So only you Brahmins, the heart throne of God enables you to receive the throne of the world. So only you Brahmins are the souls who have a right to all three thrones. So he's saying, put intensity into transformation of nature and your sanskars, give different rays to the different kinds of souls. It cannot be attained in any other age. God's throne has also been remembered. On the path of devotion, those who have a right to God's heart throne are remembered and worshipped as beads of the rosary. They are remembered as a handful out of multi-millions. People with elevated feelings look at each bead with such elevated action. The memorial of those souls who made that effort. They're seen with elevated vision. Do you have the spiritual intoxication that no one apart from you can experience this throne, God's heart throne? See, all these reasons you can be very happy. However, for you Brahmins, it is your birthright. This throne is just for you. Anytime you want to sit on it, Papa will give you experience of sitting on that heart throne. But you can't do that with waste thoughts, with negative attitudes, obviously. The throne for you is the garland around your necks. Do you have that much intoxication of having a right to God's heart throne? Do you all constantly have this intoxication and happiness in your awareness? Obviously, if he's taking up this topic, there must be a lot of people not having this intoxication and awareness of having a right to God's heart throne. Who am I? You have this faith and intoxication. I am the one who has the right to God's heart throne. Bapdada is pleased. And the throne, we're not used to that word, right? Well, I am the one who has a right to God's heart. And he's saying it isn't everyone. It's just Brahmins. So why would you not want that experience every second of the confluence age? Bapdada is pleased to see the children who have a right to the three thrones, Wow, my elevated children who have all rights. Wow. Children say, Wah, Baba, wah. So the father says, Wah, children, wah. The father himself sings praise of such children. So do you have the intoxication of who you are? You will have that intoxication to the extent that you have faith, and your intoxication of that faith will be visible on your face and in your activity. Those who have faith also definitely have the intoxication, but that also now wants to give others this experience through the face and activity of each of you children. People have begun to experience this from your words. The task of them experiencing this has now begun to be fulfilled. Previously, people used to listen to you and they would think about it, and they have now begun to experience the impact of the stage of you Brahmin souls. So each of you should check yourself, throughout the whole day, for how long do I remain seated on God's heart throne? This heart throne is the basis of attaining the kingdom of the world. On the basis of this heart throne, for however long you have a right to the heart throne, for that much time you will claim a right to be in the future royal family. So check, from the time that you become a Brahmin, for how long have you remained seated on the heart throne? Check how much time have you spent on sitting on that heart throne, experiencing Baba's love, deeply experience Baba's love. On the basis of that, you will sit on the throne, future throne.
The kingdom.
Huh?
Of the kingdom.
Yes. But you'll sit on the future throne of the kingdom on the basis of sitting on Baba's heart throne. You'll sit on the future throne, number-wise. But you will constantly have a right to be in the royal family. Have you ever checked this? You do not get off the heart throne, do you? Check your own account, because it is on the basis of this that you will constantly go into the royal family, into a royal family. Check whether you sometimes leave the throne and put your feet
In the mud.
on the ground in the mud. For 63 births, you have had the sanskar of putting your feet in the mud of body consciousness. So you can't go to golden age with dirty feet. One is body consciousness, and the other is the ego of the body. Dehi Abhimani and Devan. Although the mud of ego of the body is deeper, body consciousness is also this mud. Grosser, dirtier, heavier ego of the body. When a person dies and the body is burnt, people say ashes to ashes, dust to dust. So check that your feet are not going into the mud. To become body conscious means to place your feet in the mud. So you're so used to being dirty, you spend less time actually having clean feet. Your intellect is the foot symbolizes the intellect. So it should be that you're always on the heart throne and never in the mud, right? So he's saying body consciousness means you're already dirty, you're already impure. Bapdada has given you elevated souls 3 thrones because you are especially beloved ones. You are the long lost and now found ones, and you are also the beloved ones. So you get to sit on 3 different thrones: Baba's heart throne, your immortal throne, and you can meditate on experiencing sitting on the future throne. Anywhere but sitting here, down here. Especially beloved children are always seated in 2 places. If you love children, you sit them in these 2 places, in the swing or in the lap. They are not allowed to place their feet in the mud. That's why you carry them. The Bapdada has given you many different types of swings. Bapdada has given so many different types of swings to those who have a right to all 3 thrones. Sometimes you can swing in the swing of peace. Sometimes swing in the swing of happiness. Sometimes swing in the swing of love. Many swings. Just keep your feet, your foot of the intellect, on the throne and
Off the ground.
in the swing. Keep swinging and stay elevated. Some children ask, where will we go in the future? What will we become? The father says, check whether from the time that you came, your feet have been in the swings or on the throne for that length of time. So how much time have you come off the throne, gone back into body consciousness, waste, vices, anything like that? To that extent, you will be in the royal family in the future. You will not be part of the royal subjects. You will be part of a royal family because you were taught by Baba to sit on his heart throne and keep your feet out of the mud. This comes from, or becomes the memorial of this, is why you don't wear your shoes into the house or into a temple. So each one of you can calculate this for yourself, how much time you spend sitting on the swing or on the heart throne. Do not look at others. Just calculate your own account. What does each of you want? To remain in a royal family or belong to a dynasty? So whatever time you have now, because completion is going to take place suddenly, until the completion takes place, if you check from now on, The longer you remain in the Father's lap, on the throne, and in the swings, for that time you will claim your fortune in the royal family. Bapdada is giving every child the right to stay in a royal family, comma, in a royal family in both ages. Gives every child the right to stay in a royal family, comma, in a royal family in both ages, comma, whether it is in the Sun Dynasty or the Moon Dynasty for the whole 21 births. However, it is up to every child to claim his right. You have love for Father Brahma. Father Brahma also has love for you children. Father Brahma wants to see you children with him in a royal family, because Brahma Baba is going to reincarnate in a royal family. It's in Narayan, right? What do you think? Are you those who will live with Father Brahma in a royal family, or will you only be around there for a short time? You don't wish to go far away, do you? You were told on the basis of this. You were told that the basis of this is the confluence age. Bapdada has so much love for you children. It's just as you say at the present time that you will stay with him and return with him. At the moment, Father Brahma and Brahmins are together. Even though he is in the Avyakt form, he is with you. Bapdada saw that even now, Maya does not leave you children alone because she has so much love for you. Nowadays, Maya takes her chance in two particular ways. She comes in two forms. One is waste thoughts, and the other is that sometimes in some cases, there is this wave, colon, you think whatever I did or thought was right. I am no less. Ego. This wave is spread. You think I alone am right. However, are those who are in connection with you and those who are instruments also in agreement with your thoughts? You should also receive verification from others. These waste thoughts waste your time. This is why in every day's Murli, Baba gives you the daily homework of churning and doing service. If you churn it, and by churning it, you become absorbed in it, then this daily homework is the means to keep your mind busy. This is why Bapdada gives you the daily homework of listening to it and churning it and becoming absorbed in it, just as school children are given so much homework that their intellects remain busy in that. In every day's Murli, there is homework of 4 subjects. So in our day, we used to write the points under separate columns, right? So I divide my page in half in my book, and one half would be knowledge points, one would be yoga points, one would be dharana points, one would be service points. If you remain busy with your homework, you have no margin for waste thoughts to come. How does waste come if you keep your intellect busy with? So that's why I always ask you, why don't you? Why would you think about anything negative when you could be thinking about jewels of knowledge, Baba, an effort you need to make, whatever, right? There's great consequence of sustaining negativity within yourself. If you continue to use this method, waste thoughts will automatically bid you farewell, because Bapdada has seen that you all pay number-wise attention to the pilgrimage of remembrance, and you also pay attention to your service through words. However, you now have to transform your own sanskars as well as those of others. This nature and sanskars, which you refer to in a royal way, saying that it is just your nature, but it's really just your sanskars, and that it was not your intention, but your nature is just like that. This subject of dharana still now comes up in a royal form. So now Bapdada is giving you this signal. Whatever's lacking in your dharana, in your inculcation of virtue, whatever's lacking in the third subject, now pay special attention to that. Bapdada has told you earlier that in dharana, you have to pay attention to this main dharana. If anything happens, then check whether you were able to put a full stop in a second. The proof that you have the power of your virtues is you can put a full stop to waste and negativity in 1 second. Or is it that you want to put a full stop, but a question mark is applied instead? So again, difference from intention versus manifestation. If you put a full stop, there can't be any doubt, right? The authority to put a full stop, there can be no doubt. It is not a full stop. because only half a full stop is applied, and then it becomes some other punctuation mark. So it goes from a full stop and then becomes a semicolon, then becomes a comma, then becomes a question mark, then becomes an exclamation mark, right? As you progress further, there'll be such circumstances that you'll have to apply a full stop
In a second.
in 1 second. You need to practice for that. How can you do that if you can't get into yoga in 1 second? God said it. It's true. It has to happen. I get ready for that. At that time, you will not have much time to be able to put right the question mark or an exclamation mark. At that time, you won't be able to remove your doubt that's causing you to be confused. There will be a need to put a full stop in 1 second. This practice is needed
Over a long period of time.
over a long period of time. For only then will you be able to be victorious at that time. Full stop, change your thoughts. Really not that hard. Just choose them. Yeah, the other thought, the ego will say, oh, no, think about this. You say, no, I want to think about this. At the time of upheaval, you will take the paper of sanskars and nature. And for that time, practice this from now on, because only then will you be able to practice over a long period of time. Because only then will the practice over a long period of time be very helpful for you as you progress further. So you can't just keep entertaining Maya. You have to be able to put a full stop. When Bapdada tours around at Amrabeli, he checks the effort that each child is making. Whether you're having good connection or not, Bubba's checking, right? Is your effort in all 4 subjects intense or is it ordinary? According to the speed of this time, there is now a need to put intensity into your efforts all the time. But it is giving you a signal that the time is coming close at a fast speed. According to that, now bring about transformation in your particular nature and sanskars at a fast speed. Bapdada now wants to see all of you children becoming equal. Your aim is definitely also to become equal to the Father. For this, the easiest way is to follow Father Brahma. Tally with him. Whatever you do, first of all, tally with him. Compare yourself with him. Are these Father Brahma's deeds, words, thoughts? We've talked about this so many times. All you got to do. Would Baba be pleased if I did this? Will this bring me closer to Baba? There's so many ways you can ask this question. So it is said, first think and then
Act.
act. First of all, weigh it in your mind and then speak. Don't speak before thinking. So did you hear something, right? That's what, when you speak without thinking, 1, you're reacting, and 2, you're not listening. If someone's speaking and you start responding, then you're not listening. You can't listen and respond at the same time. So did you hear what Bapdada now wants? You also want this. When you have your heart-to-heart conversation, Bapdada hears many very sweet things. You say very good things with lots of enthusiasm. Baba hears your enthusiasm. We will demonstrate this. We will do this. This must happen. You have thoughts filled with a lot of enthusiasm. But
Only sometimes. You're not practical.
at the time of putting them into practice, only some are put into a practical. Otherwise, Bapdada likes all the different plans that you have made for service. Very good programs are taking place everywhere. Whatever you are doing with words and all the different methods, you are successful in those, and Bapdada is also pleased. Now, the only thing that you have to add is to give them, not just Baba's words, but give them
Experience.
yes, and specifically one thing, or actually 4 things.
Happiness and peace.
Rays of happiness, rays of peace, rays of joy, and rays of love. 4 things that you have to share from Dharna. Happiness, peace, joy, and love. Obviously, you got to give that to yourself first, or you've got none to give to anybody else.
I always thought that joy and happiness are kind of the same.
Not quite. I shared it this morning a bit after I went to bed. I said, first I go to peace, and from peace the love comes, and with love, the fullness of the happiness comes, and then power. When I'm in my full power, I am so full in the full experience of my purity, then I'm in a happiness that's beyond the sense organs. Right? So supersensuous joy is way more elevated than happiness. Happiness is the experience of feeling all of your purity of your virtue. You're not fully pure, you're just feeling the power of your virtue that you have lost for a long, long time. Supersensuous joy is such refined, intense happiness that it takes you beyond
The senses.
the matter and the sense organs. It's like the difference of remembering Baba and tapasya. Both are remembrance, right? Still do this service simultaneously. And that comes because of lack of power. So you will actually not ever know that until you embrace Shiv Shakti. I am. It become that. If you don't have the experience of that kind of power, you cannot experience supersensuous joy. So I should say, oh, I want that. Then you have to deal with the first steps, which is courage and power. Still, do this service simultaneously of words as well as giving them the rays. Many of you give a lot of time to transforming your own sanskars. Some don't even do that. And in helping transform the sanskars of others. Now pay attention to giving souls the different rays by serving them with your minds. As you progress further, there will be a great need for this because the negativity will be so great in the world. You won't even be able to tell them any words. Like, you're a doctor, you talk about, you tell your patients about preventative medicine, you take your supplements, you eat right, you get rest, right? You tell them all those things. But at the end, it's too late. None of that. You don't get to do any of that. You're basically a triage doctor in the emergency ward. Aksha, congratulations to those who are already doing this. Those who are not doing this have to do this. Okay, so you're not doing it, then you have to do it. But everybody's got to do it. Because as you progress further, circumstances will be such that it will be very difficult for those who are speaking and those who are listening to come together. You won't physically be able to come together. So they won't benefit from your words. Remember, I said to you all the time, course is going to come to an end. If your mind remains busy, it will be easy for it to be man above. So you can't take sorrow from that, right? If you know in advance that ultimately being able to give gyan will stop, you won't be able to go to exhibitions and share knowledge, all that's going to come to an end, right? You can't be sad about that. So therefore, because you know you only have a certain short period of time to do that, you should do it intensely with enthusiasm. When your mind stays busy, you receive help in easily transforming your sanskars in nature. Today it is a day especially for meeting the double foreigners. Bapdada is pleased. Wah, double foreigners. Wah. Bapdada is pleased that you double foreign children are instruments for the children of the previous cycle who have been hidden in the different corners of the world. So he used us, especially the old ones, to go out and find all these gems, children who were hidden. You hear the expression, to find a diamond in the rough? Very hard to find diamonds. So, you have to sort through so much to find just one. Bapdada also heard that you are all making plans to reach the areas, villages, and cities that you have not yet reached. That's why I like that, a metaphor that he uses, like diamond exploration, because I practically physically have experience of how hard you have to work to go actually find a diamond mine. how many kilometers you have to walk, how many surveys you have to do, how much living in the bush you have to do, dot, 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 right? And then it's pretty much the same finding Brahmins. You have to go through a lot. And then you have to figure out how to get them inspired enough to want to become deities, superhuman beings, angels. Hard work. That's why Bubba used that expression the other day. Don't eat your head. Don't let it eat your head. Don't worry, stress over it because you go crazy. Right? Too much thinking about it, you'll go crazy. Que sera, sera. Baptata has heard that you are all making plans to reach the areas, villages, and cities that you have not yet reached for service. Congratulations for that. Congratulations. Otherwise, when completion takes place and the situations change, all of you, whether in Bharat or abroad, would receive many, many, many complaints, such as, our father came and you didn't even tell us? All your friends, family, relatives, that's what he says they're going to say to you. At least you should go and have given us the message. You would receive many complaints. This is why you are doing this now, this level of service. You have to make your effort. You have to make more effort to make sure that no corner is left out in the world. Bapdada is pleased to see the efforts that both you double foreigner children and you children of this land of Bharat are making. He is very, very pleased with the effort we do for service. Why? Why is he pleased? You are now making plans in this land and abroad, so Bapdada is pleased. No matter in what way, this message has to reach everyone. So Baba is happy the more we tell people. Because the more we tell people, when everybody's been told, we can go home. In fact, this science is very helpful for all of you at this time. Day by day, more and more new facilities continue to emerge. So become free from obstacles and continue to use them. Day by day, more and more new facilities continue to emerge. So become free from obstacles and continue to use them. Wherever you hold meetings for increasing service, Bapdada hears those and is pleased that the children's intellects are now working all around in using all the methods for doing service. Whatever plans you are making, Bapdada hears about them. Why? How did Baba hear about them?
Because he had the thought first.
That's true. He has said that. But he says, Baba checks on us. Baba says he tours around. He sees what you're up to in service. Whether you hold a meeting, whether in Delhi, in this land, in any other city, or even abroad, whenever you hold a meeting, Bapdada hears everything. So should we have an extra chair in our meeting for Baba to sit at in our service meetings? Bapdada still has all his facilities. What is Bapdada giving each one of you who has now come from all the different foreign countries for this? He is giving lots and lots of love for all this effort. Now, you simply need, so if Baba is telling you his heart, I have so much love for you children for doing all of this service, why is it that you can't let that make you happy? Oh, Baba has so much love, he appreciates all that I'm doing. So that should make you happy, no? Somebody's telling you, I really appreciate all that you're doing. Now you simply need to put a bit more intensity into it. Intensity? What's the word intensity mean? With more power. You have to do it with more power, more determination, more concentration, more effort. Continue to put the plans into a practical form with new things. Look how all the inventions emerged just a few years before your yagya was established. That mass communication, jet travel. Science is also helping you in your service. Take a lot of benefit. It has emerged for you. Look how new inventions are emerging day by day. This drama is helping you. The facilities are giving you their cooperation. Acha? You are all constantly happy. Are you constantly happy? It's kind of a trick question.
You're happy, aren't you?
You're all happy. Are you all happy? Why does he have to say that?
Because
Is
they're
he
not all.
or not?
Well, obviously,
To remind you that you should be happy.
to remind you. And this way he's addressing all his children because he knows some are happy and some are not. Yes, you should be happy. You should be so ridiculously over the moon happy. He's extricating, breaking you out of the jail of Robin. What's not to be happy? He's made you carefree. All you got to do is go to work, earn money, do seva. What? It was like, when did your life get simpler than that? Continue to put the plans into a practical form with new things. Look how all the inventions emerged just a few years before the Yagya was established. Science is also helping you in your service. Take a lot of benefit. It has emerged for you. Look how new inventions are emerging day by day. This drama is helping you. The facilities are giving you their cooperation. Acha. So you look at that, you go back to the 30s. So in the 30s, World War II time of World War II, right? Because Yagya was created in 36, 37. Steam engine had already been invented in the 1800s, late 1800s, right? Warehouses, manufacturing started growing, increasing. Mass production, mass consumption. All this necessitated the invention of technologies and facilities. America was leading the way in that revolution, right? So then all of that was necessary for us to be able to expand service, right? So timing is everything. Service is way easier to do today than it was in my day. Does that mean you guys earn more fortune? No. One, quality of souls. Two, it's like when you put money in Bubba's box, right? So when you put money in Bubba's box, you give a donation, right? There was an example of this mother, and she put 1 rupee. Brahma Baba said to her, or Shiv Baba said to her through Brahma Baba, that for this 1 rupee, you will receive a palace. 1 rupee. What's that, 12 cents?
Less than that.
No, not even 5 cents.
Yeah.
Nowadays, in those days, it would have been worth a lot more, but if you go by inflation, right? So right now, 5 cents and you got a palace. So the question begs to be asked, why do you get a palace for 5 cents?
Because of the love she put behind it.
Because all she had was 5 cents. Baba knew that's all she had. She was poor. She was never going to be able to give more than the 5 cents. Right? So it's not about giving, it's about how much giving of what you have is why you get multi-millions times that 100,000 fold, right? So that's the trick. Because it takes bhavana to do something like that. You have to sacrifice, renounce. Maybe you got to give up eating something. How many Brahmins nowadays have to give up eating anything? They're not poor anymore. But when we started, we were all very poor. Take a lot of benefit. It has emerged just for you. Take a benefit of the sadhana, of the facilities. But don't get
Comfortable with.
dependent on them. The facilities are giving you their cooperation. Acha. You are all constantly happy. Are you constantly happy? Those who remain constantly happy, raise your hands. Raise your hands. Okay, so you did. Very good. Baba says, constantly happy?
No, Baba.
Are you happy even if some situation takes place? Some very situations do come. So do you remain happy even then? Do you? Look at that. You can ask it the same question 6 different ways. If so, then raise your hands very high. You welcome these, do you not? You're not afraid of all the situations and tests, are you? You're not afraid. You welcome them. You welcome your karmas, don't you? But doesn't mean you should create more of them. You welcome them and you deal with them. They make you
Frogs.
yes,
Experience.
experience, and experience is the greatest source of power and authority. These obstacles increase your authority of experience. Yeah, isn't it good to have lots of experience? If you have
Yeah.
lots of experience, you know what to expect and you can do more, right? Because you've done it before. Do not say, Maya has come, Maya has come. What to do, what to do? It's just a paper, just a test paper. And then sometimes you'll say it's just a paper tiger. By saying that it is Maya, repeating it's Maya. You enable Maya to come forward. You're calling her, you're invoking her. But it's just a paper. You now know Maya. You have now known Maya for so many years, lifetimes. You just didn't know her name in the other lifetimes. Yeah. Previously to knowledge, you said everybody else was your Maya. What is Maya? Yeah, what is Maya? She's nothing. She doesn't actually exist. I keep telling you. I know you believe she exists and you understand what I mean, but you actually believe she exists even though you know intellectually she does not exist. How could she exist? Is she a soul? She has some power? She can make decisions? Therefore, because you know Maya is just a paper, an illusion, therefore Baba says, do not be afraid of Maya. So simple. Okay, Maya, you feel the fear getting triggered? Stop, full stop. I have nothing to be afraid of. It's just a paper tiger. And then just watch the puppet show of all the paper tigers. Consider it to be a paper and take that paper happily. Take that test paper happily and move forward in your class of experience. Everyone has to go through Maya because everyone needs to get more experience. You have to move forward in this class of experience and not be confused. So you get practice to not get confused. You need practice to put a full stop. But are you putting a full stop? What should I do? How should I do this? What? Why? It's not the duty of Brahmins to think up these questions. The Baba say, okay, child, you ask all the questions of what, why, where, how, when. Okay? And you just do that instead of remember Baba. You are Trikodarshi. So you cannot have questions such as what, why, how. Oh, so now you are Trikodarshi. So if you're Trikodarshi, you know everything that's going to happen anyway. Doesn't that what it means? Do you?
Yes.
Well, if you do, then why do you make mistakes?
I forget.
Oh, so then at that time you're not Trikodarshi. Aha. So you cannot have why, what, and how. You cannot be discouraged, disheartened, become doubtful, worry, get scared. The paper came and you moved forward in the class of experience. Wow, well, then I'm going after all those papers because it's going to make me so experienced. I can open up my own consulting business. You are happy, you're experienced, and you will continue to become that. Acha? All the letters, phone calls, messages of love and remembrance that have been sent to Bapdada, whatever love and remembrance, service news, or news of the efforts that you have all been making in your minds, Bapdada is taking all of you children into his
Arms.
Heart.
Eyes.
Hmm?
Eyes.
into his eyes and his mind, and he is giving you rays of happiness, peace, and joy, so that you can then go and
Give it to others.
share it with others. Are you? Even if some of you have not sent these communications, cards, etc., to Bapdada here, but you have had just a thought in your heart, that thought has reached the Father. And he has merged you in his eyes because of just the thought. To all of you children everywhere who maintain courage and receive the Father's help, Bapdada is giving love and remembrance to you, sweetest children. This year, make one plan or another for yourself, your transformation, for the center, for expanding the center, and for the souls of the world, because of the suffering they're going through, so that all souls receive the power and fruit of service. All you children everywhere, especially accept Bhakti love remembrance from the heart. Om Shanti. Blessing. May you be simple and become
Easy.
Sample.
a sample, and reveal your greatness from your
Simplicity.
simplicity. When something is simple and clean, it definitely attracts you. Easy to experience, easy to understand. Complicated, convoluted, gives you a headache. Very hard to experience, very hard to understand, or the experience is very negative. In the same way, in terms of thoughts of your mind, in your relationships and in your interactions and in your ways of living your lifestyle, when you are simple and clean, you become a sample, and then automatically you attract others to yourself. So service is done on the basis of your simplicity. Simple means ordinary, not ordinary thinking. Simple means not flashy, flamboyant, straightforward. It's like how we look at people from the country versus people from the city, right? Sophisticated people versus grassroots country people. Greatness is simple means ordinary. Greatness is revealed through ordinariness. Again, not ordinary thinking, not ordinary values, just appearing ordinary. But then people start to realize very quickly that you are anything but ordinary. Those who are not so ordinary people aren't trying to impress anybody. Those who are not ordinary, that is not simple, they become not simple. That is not simple, they become a problem. When you're not simple, you create problems. Not intentionally, but the problems get created because it's not straightforward.
So is that a form of being dishonest? Like you're hiding something, lying?
Yeah, because behind that is desire to impress.
Mm.
Slogan: when you say my Baba from your heart, your eyes, which have been closed by Maya, you're blind, you can't see. And so, your eyes, which have been closed by Maya, and so made you unconscious. Maya made you unconscious, you can't see. Your eyes will then open again. Avyakt signal. To remain constantly cheerful, well, this is why you have to learn not to get influenced by Parmat, which means you need a very accurate discernment power of Baba's knowledge and Baba's feelings, Baba's heart, the way Baba thinks. Otherwise, you get influenced by people. Avyakt signal. To remain constantly cheerful, be easy-natured and tolerant. 1 minute, come into sound, and the next minute, go beyond sound. The more this practice becomes simple and easy, the more you will appear to be close to perfection. So that's what you practice at Amritdeva. 1 second, go beyond sound. The pilgrimage of remembrance and service are both included in easy efforts. When you experience both to be simple and easy, you can then understand that you are about to attain your stage of perfection. Yeah? So this is the simple and easy Raj Yoga Center. That's what Baba wants. Om Shanti.